So, you might have heard about this. I couldn't stop laughing when I did, but all seriousness, I am going to change the title of this topic because I think this title is a little misleading. But CNN has came out and claims that Antifa is widely perceived as an African-American organization. So the internet responds with mugshots of anything but African people. The trolling just is still going on to this day. But let's jump into this article. Let's find out exactly what CNN had and said and what sort of drugs they were on when they said this, because apparently they seem to want to blackwash the whole of Antifa and assume that they're African. I don't even know how they got this with the mugshots that have been sent, but let's jump into the article. CNN senior legal analyst Jeffrey Toobin bizarrely pinned the blame for Antifa violence on black Americans Tuesday night, saying that the far-left group is widely perceived as an African organization. What? Really? I think the pinning the blame on Antifa violence on the black community is a little bit of a stretch, but he definitely did assume that they were perceived as an African American organization. We have the video.
Jeffrey, go ahead.
Let's be clear also about what's going on here. The theme here is, I'm Donald Trump and I'll protect you from the scary black people. Antifa is widely perceived as an African-American organization, and this is just part of the same story of LeBron James and Don Lemon and Maxine Waters and the NFL players and the UCLA basketball players. This is about black versus white. This is about Donald Trump's appeal to racism, and it just happens all the time, and we never say it, or we don't say it enough for what it is, but that's what's going on.
Well, what do you think?
Holy shit, really? This is like... Moving along. In response to President Trump's warning of Antifa violence should the Democrats win the midterms, Jeffrey Toobin said, "Let's be clear about what's going on here. The theme is, I'm Donald Trump and I'll protect you from these scary black people." Does Antifa actually have black members? Most of the ones I see are like kids, the white kids, white middle class kids that live in their mum's basement. And that's probably not much of a stretch, but let's keep going. Antifa is widely perceived as an African-American organization and is just part of the same story of LeBron James and Don Lemon and Maxine Waters and the NFL players and the UCLA basketball players, he continued. Imagine being so racist that you only see color. Anyway. This is about the black versus white. This is about Donald Trump's appeal to racism, and it just happens all the time. We never say it. We don't say it enough for what it is, but what's going on here, he added. What Toobin simply said is false. Anyone who has seen photos or videos of most of Antifa knows the group is overwhelmingly white. Now, this is actually a photo from Prison Planet, who has actually sent through this. I can't see a single black person in those mugshots, to be honest. No black people there. Candace Owens has gone through and resent through the same photo. And then the internet responded in kind with this, all of this. The trolling is beautiful. It really is beautiful. Yeah. I don't even know what to say regarding this, but anyway. CNN is now lying on black Americans, accusing US of committing the violent atrocities that Antifa commits across the nation. Not just that, but across the world. But regardless. Owen wrote, Antifa is a notorious all-white gang and blames black is absolutely disgraceful. Jeffrey Toobin. Owens also tweeted that CNN was being horribly racist by blaming black people for the Antifa violence. You could probably make that argument. Speaking to Breitbart News, Candace Owens said that what Toobin is horrifically racist and reminiscence of the 1950s when violence committed by white people was blamed on blacks during that time. I went unchecked, she added. What happened on CNN, falsely blaming black youths for the violence of white youth, cannot go unchecked this time. Owens called for Tobin to retract his statement, which she repeatedly described as the worst kind of racism, and public correct the record. When asked about Wolf Blitzer not correcting Tobin when he made the first statement, Owens described it as the ultimate act of cowardice from the cable news network that would rather falsely accuse black teens of violence other than admit there were white gangs, white democratic gangs. Okay, so look, at the end of the day, does Antifa have black members? Sure, you could probably find a couple. I presume there's some there. Black Lives Matter, I presume, is a loose affiliation of it. Are they notoriously black? No. They are Antifa itself, or the Black Bloc, which is probably why he thinks they're black. But anyway, the Black Bloc is notoriously white. They are white middle-class kids that live in their mum's basement and go to university. And they're a bunch of college students, normally. College students and college professors. We know this from the mugshots. Okay? This is no big conspiracy, no grand scheme to try and blame racist or anything like that from Trump. This is the facts. Antifa are notoriously white. And here's a little bit of information for you, Jeff. Antifa isn't just in America. Antifa is in Europe, Australia, Germany, America, UK, Sweden, all these countries. Do you remember this footage from the G20? That is Antifa. That is the same group that you're claiming is black. How can they be overwhelmingly black when they're in Germany? What? They've imported a whole bunch of South Africa. Like the concept, just the thought process, the mental gymnastics you've had to go through to accuse these people of being a part of the black community is mind-blowing. And just so factually inaccurate that you... Oh boy. But I don't know, guys. What do you think CNN, Jeff Tobin, was doing? Do you think he was on drugs? Do you think he was just trying to spin a narrative? Is it just the fact that CNN has now lowered themselves to race baiting so that they can go through and try and sway an election? I really don't know what he was trying to achieve here. Was it just Trump derangement syndrome yet again? The fact that they hate Trump so much, they think he's racist so much that at the end of the day, that they assume that he is making this about race when it's them making it. I really like to know an answer to this question, because I don't understand how the hell you go through and think these people are part of the black community. Like, you've literally got mugshots. Presumably you've done a Google search on Antifa. But I don't know. Guys, look, at the end of the day, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new, channel welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.